So basically, Steve and Steven have rebranded to Goontopia, and it may not go over well with some fans.
The expression is gooning, Gooning.
It's called gooning, and the left wants to ban it completely.
Listen, here's the thing. I love gooning. So get up, dust off, goon.
Ooh.
Look at me, I'm gooning. I'm Robin Williams. I can't stop gooning. Oh no.
I never stopped gooning.
Oh no, I gooned so hard I killed myself. I don't know. I hung myself with my penis.
Well, wasn't he doing that? Did they confirm that he was jerking off while he hung himself, or that was just me making that up?
No, they don't confirm that, but that's heavily implied. When they're found, yeah, if someone is found dead in the way that Robin Williams is, same with David Carradine from Kill Bill. It's heavily implied that they were masturbating, and but they try to do this thing like, oh my gosh, he was so disturbed. Yeah, disturbed he couldn't goon or something. He couldn't edge or something. But I don't know.
I figure, if you're going out, you might as well do it the right way. But, George Carlin already did a whole bit on suicide.
Yeah.
How are you going to fucking find time in your day? Or whatever.
So busy. Actually, what's funny about the beat off death is there's an episode of the title of the episode right there, beat off death. Have you seen the movie World's Greatest Dad with Robin Williams?
I don't think so.
Well, it's about his son, who is played by Junie from Spy Kids. I wasn't gonna.
Wait, which one's Junie, the boy or the girl?
Yeah.
Oh, the one that married Meghan Trainor, and he has a big dick. Even back then.
He married Meghan Trainor.
Yeah.
Wow, I did not know that.
And he has a big dick. She brags about it.
I never knew that either. Actually, I think I did. She was on Andrew Santino's podcast, and he was like, "So tell me about your husband's penis, and I'll go hang out with Bobby Altoff and be funny and mean."
World's Greatest Dad, though.
I can has cheeseburger. That's his special cheeseburger. Anyway, the plot of the movie is that his son Junie died while masturbating, and his son was hated by everyone in the community. And after his son died, everybody's like coming up to him, being like, "Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Like, we loved your son and all this." And the movie ends with him giving a speech in front of the school, being like, Junie was the worst spy kid. He was a piece of shit, and he died masturbating.
He couldn't even spy. He was barely a kid.
Yeah, didn't even spy. I had to spy on him. Who spies on the spy kid? I do. Ooh. So anyway, great movie. So we've got a list, but no more. It's not great is the death of Akira Toyota Mama.
Toyota Mama.
Acura, Toyota Mama.
Yeah, so if you, like me, didn't know who this was and you thought a cartoon movie died, I don't know if you get that.
Yeah.
Akira.
Yeah, the movie.
Have you seen Akira?
I haven't seen it, but I know the meme where
Yes.
he's like, "Leave me alone."
I've started it 3 times and never finished, but I'm going to get around to it now that he's dead. No, but the real Akira, who the movie was named after, just kidding. He made Dragon Ball. He made Dr. Slump. A lot of stuff that I liked growing up, and now he's dead.
And is Dr. Slump, is that like a spin-off to Doctor Who? Is it in that same universe?
Yeah, I think so. I never really read that one, but I liked the look of it. Well, It's about a little girl. That's why I didn't like it. I think it was
For girls.
It was the girl version of Dragon Ball.
And but you've been a lifelong Dragon Ball fan.
Oh yeah, I'm a total dragon head.
You've watched the hundreds of episodes that they have.
Hundreds.
Did you
Sorry,
hear?
I don't know why I just keep doing this.
You're like Jay-Z right now. Like,
Hundreds.
Yeah. What was I going to say about Dragon Ball? Go ahead and talk.
Well, what do you know about Dragon Ball? What do you think the point of the Dragon Balls are? And how many are there? This is going to prove if you're a fan or not.
Okay, well, let me just give my street cred, at least saying I know it's a Kamehameha. Remember last year we were talking about Goku was in Fortnite, and the Fortnite YouTubers were calling it the Kamehameha and the Call Me Yo Mama. They're doing like a Tim Heidecker thing, really, of their own on accident. But I think the Dragon Ball is something that you get to achieve power. And that's what Goku, it's his mission to obtain the Dragon Ball.
So there's 7 of them. You got to collect all 7 of them.
Okay.
And then you can make a wish.
What?
Yeah.
You don't even become powerful?
No. And Goku never even wants it. That's the thing. He's just sort of naive. So he doesn't even really care. He just can do it.
But his alter ego, Gohan, right? It's a Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde situation there. Yeah. When he gets hungry, he turns into Gohan. And he's Gohan for Cocoa Puffs, which is a breakfast cereal commercial.
That's where they got it from, was Dragon Ball.
It was a product placement. And that's kind of the dynamic in the show, right? Because he doesn't want to become Gohan to attack his friends, which is one of them that's black, right? The black guy. And
Piccolo?
Yeah.
Wait, I don't know anymore. Yes.
He's a black guy.
Yeah.
I don't know. Oh, the thing I was going to say, there were rumors and like fake articles spread after he died that the cartel was doing like a ceasefire, like a few days of silence for the creator of Dragon Ball.
That's so funny. The Mexican memes, I didn't know that. I just thought that was a thing that existed. I didn't know there were memes for it. You know, because it's like you go to Walmart, you hate to be there, but you see the Mexican kid in the Goku shirt, and it's just normal to you.
And it's the same with like black people, right? They love Dragon Ball.
They do.
Well.
Yeah, they love anime. I mean, that's really been their salvation in this nation is being able to have anime.
Yeah, of course, yeah. And so
That's
I'm sure,
their reparations, I guess is what I mean.
and this and the death of this guy, Akira Toriyama.
It is a lot of car names in one.
So that's like their George Floyd, right? You know, George Floyd went and that was sad. Yeah. But this guy going is even worse, you know.
I mean, to me, yeah. I didn't even know George.
I've never seen a black guy wear a George Floyd t-shirt. That's all I'm going to say. Okay. I've never seen him play with George Floyd action figures. Same thing with the Hispanic friends. How do you say friends in Spanish?
Amigos.
Amigos, that's right. Usually I can get a sentence out in Spanish, but speaking of getting a sentence out in Spanish, this is a side. I'm not transitioning. There's an RFK Jr. video that he had on his feed that he did fully in Spanish, which imagine him trying to get a sentence out and in Spanish.
Pero quiero
Uno, dos.
el quiero Taco Bell.
Taco Bell es muy bueno.
And you know how I said whenever I try to do an RFK impression, I sound like a stoner. It's kind of like it works for them because if he says I want Taco Bell in Spanish, he's basically just Pete David at that.
Yeah,
What's his name?
Pete Davidson.
Yeah, he's David's son. My bad.
Pete David them he's a trans Pete Davidson. Pete David them. Any final words to this man's final?
Let's just see if we can find Akira. Sorry, I should have this prepped. Akira Toriyama vehicles. No, I just went Google. See if we can just find. Yeah, Yo Mama's so crazy. She made Dragon Ball.
Oh, just the way that he drew cars? Is this?
I don't know. I was just trying to make more out of this segment.
The Akira Toyota Mama. I mean, here we go.
By the way, the Japanese and all of their manga or whatever, and their cartoons, they have such a good understanding of like color palettes. I don't know what it is.
They honestly,
they can tie together any color and make it work.
They can. No, I agree, and that goes with just like a lot of things too that they do. They're very great and defined country.
That's Goontopia in Japan, everybody. They are great, powerful.
They are
powerful.
They are so good and great. And
okay,
powerful.
well,
all right.
Look, I love the man. He's dead. It's sad. And what are they going to do? They were going to make like baby Dragon Ball, basically. Like that was going to be the next show. And I was not looking forward to it because I don't know what the catch was going to be. They already kind of did baby Dragon Ball GT.
Okay.
Which was like a
Dragon Ball Goontopia.
Dragon Ball Gootopia. And that's the one that has the theme song where it's like a black guy's like, step into the grand tour. Goku out here with his friends. Yo, we love it. The adventure is the greatest. They already did baby Dragon Ball. So I don't know what they're going to do. But RIP, in memoriam. That's the Goontopia in Memoriam. So
now that we've had him rest in peace, how about he can STFU while we talk about SOTU?
Yeah, so you thought I was telling you to shut off the up.
Yeah.
But I was really saying we could talk about the State of the Union today because Joey B rolled out there. Well, he walked by himself.
Yes.
Did you watch the whole thing?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, so first off, it took him like an hour to get to the fucking podium. I mean, what was he even doing? He was saying hi to everybody.
Yeah, I know. He was pretending like he was on tour. And then what was the thing?
He took a selfie.
He saw like Marjorie Taylor Greene and she was dressed up in like a red MAGA blazer.
Oh, yeah. What did she say to him?
She was like, "Go fuck yourself." We can pull it up.
She goes, "What's your name?" That's what she said.
Oh, here we go.
I'm pretty sure she goes like, "What's your name?" And he doesn't answer.
Oh.
Totally alphas, that bitch. She's so crazy.
I know. She's so ugly too. Hello.
Yeah, Chucky.
Got Chucky and Freddy.
I love you, Joe. Oh, Joe, you're so special.
Joe, you crazy.
Did I talk over it?
Yeah, you could kind of see her mouth move. What's your name?
Yeah,
say your name.
Say your name. I'm proving that he doesn't have the cognitive ability.
Yeah. Or is he saying say her name, like someone who died? What's that lady? Ashley Babbitt.
Like a 4-year-old he touched one time?
Yeah.
Say her name. I don't know. Jack. Yeah, that's the
Pete David's them.
That's the Tim Heidecker impression of Joe Biden. As he just says Jack after everything.
Jack.
The other thing I love too is he kind of stopped after a few minutes, but early on he kept saying like history. He's like, history is literally watching. History, it's watching.
And, you know, he did a lot of really cool things where he would say, he'd say something like, I don't know, he would basically just set up Republicans. So he'd be like, I don't know, what did he say? The economy's doing well. Then Republicans would boo. And he'd be like, because we're kicking out foreigners. See, I thought you liked that. We're getting rid of illegal immigrants. And then people were getting mad because Joe Biden said like illegal immigrant or something. He like honored some family that was killed by like an illegal immigrant, something like that. But I mean, it's just a clapping fest. I mean, the biggest problem I have with the State of the Union actually is the chairs. The chair situation.
Guys, okay.
I mean, they're too big, you know? Like they look like little babies just. And who is this guy?
He's a Republican. I can't remember his name.
Oh, okay. Just a second opinion up on stage and then
I saw Tucker laugh at him like an old woman.
oh, this guy sitting up on there. Well, of course he was sitting up there and the chair was way too big. I mean, get a better chair. He had Chris Cuomo on his show. Tucker did. They sat and chatted and they were like, wow, it's so incredible that we can disagree and have a conversation and still drink each other's cum. So, which is a powerful thing to do in this nation.
If that's such an easy thing to do, why are they always bragging about it when they do it?
I
You know
know.
what I mean? They'll be like, look, I don't agree with you. Because remember he did the whole time during the Alex Jones interview
Yeah.
too, where he goes, oh, Alex Jones, a lot of people might think you're crazy, but you know, I at least think you have a fascinating opinion that I'm willing to sit through.
But Gungo said you're not crazy? But then I thought you were crazy, but you're not crazy. It's like, yeah, it's like for dumb boomers to be like, all right. They say it's impossible to walk and chew gum at the same time, but I just did. Well, liberals don't think you can do that because they think nothing of you. You're just a puppet of the state. But here in Moscow, I put a quarter in my mouth and I can chew it while walking. Whatever. Still on the Moscow cart thing.
He did a lot of damage control after that. That was
Yeah.
a lot of fun. Him saying he doesn't actually love Russia. But it's like, what's
Yeah.
the point you're trying to make then, dummy?
What was the thing he did on Lex Friedman? Oh, Lex Friedman asked him, like, he was like, would you interview Hitler? And what would you...
Yeah.
Or was it baby Hitler?
I know that was my thing. I just was like, if you could go back in time and interview baby Hitler. Because that's what he asked. He goes, well, if you could go back in time and interview Hitler, what would you ask? And Hitler's like, I would ask him, why is he doing this?
What?
It's like,
I'd ask Hitler, what the heck? What's going on here?
why are you killing so many Jews?
Are you sure? Have you never seen stand-up comedy or watched any movies? Jews can make great films. Have you listened to Ariel Pink?
That's so stupid. It's like, what would you do if you go back in time and like talk to my dad that beat me?
Yeah.
And it's like, okay. Like,
Say, why would you do this?
What kind of ridiculous
Why
question?
are you doing this? Ben Shapiro goes back in time to debate Hitler.
Damn, dude, they should do that. That would have been a way better epic rap battles. See,
Oh,
if we
yeah.
were in charge of the, the itinerary for where we're going on the epic rap battle tour, we would have Ben Shapiro versus Hitler. I think that'd be episode 1.
That would have been, and
It would
also
be Darth Vader.
the guy. This isn't my Oscar segment, but I'll forget it when we're talking about it. But the guy who directed the first 2 seasons of Epic Rap Battles of History, he's married to Emma Stone now.
Wow.
It's crazy. Dreams really do come true. Emma Stone versus the Indian woman that's later in the show. It's called the Tease. What were we saying about the State of the Union? I don't know. I really don't
either.
remember.
Was there anything notable about it? I mean, it's just like a stupid thing to watch, really. Most of the time, the cheers that he was getting were just like ridiculous. I mean, you could just say anything and you're going to get half the people cheering for you and half booing. It's so dumb to watch it. I mean, I heard people at my job the next day and they were just like, oh, I can't. It's barely even a State of the Union.
What do you even what does that even mean? No, actually, it's not, because I looked up the shortest and like longest states of the union, and it was up there with one of the longer ones. Bill Clinton gave the longest, and I think Richard Nixon gave the shortest.
Well, maybe they put drugs in Joe Biden. That's actually probably true. Normally, I'd make fun of them for saying that, but he has to be on like Adderall or something.
Yeah, I mean, you've got to be on something to think it's profound to say like, and a country that's strong is a country that is good to be in. You know, like these like grade school statements, like good country have strong economy and people. And I just hate political slogan talk. Like, it's not us working for you, it's you working for them, or what, you know, they do that A, B, B, A, whatever the structure is. That's just what I call it. Yeah, I don't.
History.
And it is his story, her story.
It's them story. It's them story now.
It's our story.
We're letting them over, the Latinos.
It's gone from history to our story.
History.
To It'd be so great if one time when he stumbled, he's just like, fuck. Shit.
Yeah,
fuck.
has he cussed at all in any?
I
He
don't
cussed
know.
at Trump, didn't he? No, he just told him to shut up. Shut up, you loudmouth monkey boy. Or whatever the fuck he said to him.
Shut up, you two-timing monkey.
You two-time swindling goddamn son of a bitch. So what?
Oh, here we go. Caught
We didn't know he had that in him. He must be on drugs.
Yeah.
He must be on Adderall. I'm walking around. I put my pants on one leg at a time. How about you, bucko? That's Jordan Peterson.
What do you say?
No one fucks with Biden
Oh, yeah. No one fucks with a Biden.
outside the house.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. All right.
No one fucks with the Biden outside the house. Got to go inside to fuck me. Behind closed doors. It's the way it should be. Don't ask, don't tell.
We've got 3 incredible candidates for president, and that's one thing that's really lost is people will just be like, what is the bumper sticker thing people put on their car, like voting for
Any adult or whatever. Any functioning adult.
Yeah, right. But that's what they don't understand is we have 3 functioning geniuses
Yeah.
running for president. I almost can't decide because on the one hand, I love Trump.
Right.
On the other hand, I love Joe Biden. And on my third hand, I love RFK. True. And he's looking for a running mate.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and let's just jump into it. Let's just jump into it. Let me shorten the list here to show us the finish line. RFK Jr. He has announced, let me pull up my notes I had on this. This was like according to ABC. So let's get into it with the count of 1, 2, 3, per his campaign, he plans to announce the guy March 26th in Oakland, California. Now, the 2 candidates are
Aaron Rodgers.
Sorry, I messed that up. I meant to say Aaron Rodgers but I made you say Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers.
From?
Butte Community College.
Football.
From football.
There we go.
Okay.
And then what's the other guy? Jesse Ventura.
Mm-hmm.
So here's a clip, just in case you don't know, because Jesse Ventura is not as popular as Aaron Rodgers. So let me just show you. This is just the type of guy Jesse Ventura.
He did have a show on TV for like 10 years, but yeah, go on.
Excuse me, I'd like to ask you a few questions.
And so, as you can tell here, Mr. Ventura is like a no-nonsense type of guy.
Now, he looks a lot younger here.
This is kind of, I think it's from his TV show.
Because this is when he was on the show with Kanye.
Yeah.
Right there.
Which he was going to be Kanye's running mate. That's what this is footage of. And yeah, so like I said, a no-nonsense guy. He dresses in like an unconventional way. He's often confused with, who's that one guy? John Fetterman, the guy who wears shorts.
Yeah.
But he's wearing a short sleeve shirt because he's got a lot of work to do, because lifting up the country with just your 2 hands is straining on the muscles. So that's why he's wearing what he's wearing. Mm-hmm. And his back doesn't hurt. He doesn't have a hunchback. He was doing a joke. So also, I just want to say real quick, this is the full Ace Ventura movie. That's just a YouTube video.
That's fucking crazy. What?
Uploaded 3 years ago.
It's always an Indian guy in the thumbnail too. It's actually usually more of an Indian name, or even those, Tamil or whatever that language is called, like characters.
Yeah, so you can buy this, or you can just watch it here on YouTube. Full movie for free. Actually, a classic for us was this Jesse Ventura YouTube poop. You brought up his show as you were talking.
This was a classic for us too.
Yes. Yeah, that's what I meant. A classic for us.
Oh, I thought you meant like growing up.
No. I didn't know about. I think you showed me this one.
Okay.
But just the first 30 seconds they're too good.
Yeah.
Hidden secrets. You think you know. You think again. You think you know I blink again. You think you know water. Drink again. I blow your mom. And now I think it's time you get the whole cease.
Jesse Ventura's controlling your mom.
Light me up like a Christmas tree.
I came.
And when he nails your behind, you'll be shocked. Trash. Jesse Ventura tracks down, harasses, and tortures victims.
I want to find these bastards.
Uncover Jesse Ventura's sinister plot for nuclear war.
That's... Oh, wait. What?
Jesse Ventura.
I'm Jesse Ventura.
I'm Jesse James.
Okay, there we go. You got the idea there, but...
Woo, nothing beats a good old YouTube poop.
No, it will never not be funny. I'm Jesse Ventura. I'll blow
Oh my
your
God, what is
mom.
that? Young Donald Trump predicts Joe Biden in 1980. There's gonna be this guy.
Joe Biden's gonna be president in 2020. He's gonna beat me out. He's gonna beat me up.
By the way, have you seen that girl that's like on Instagram that looks like Jim Carrey?
No.
I don't know if I'm able to find her right now.
I'll just type in Jim Carrey girl.
Well, yeah, she looks exactly like him. I hate watching her because it's like he's a man's face, so it's not. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, what the hell?
She makes like all the same faces too. It's so weird.
Do we know if this is not AI?
Well, it could be.
Because
I've watched at least.
This looks AI, but the
we'll
first
go to
one
her
didn't.
fucking videos and let's find out.
Okay, is she on Instagram?
We'll click the New York Post article.
Okay,
Maybe we can
yeah,
find
there
out
we
her
go.
username.
We're gonna go on a little internet adventure.
We're gooning. Oh, her face is carrying her career. Wait. Oh, yeah. I was gonna say it might say. No, she says she looks like him. So she's claiming no AI.
Here we go. Here's a video.
Damn.
Someone else just sharing this.
Is Heather Shaw.
Hey there, big fan of your stuff. If you don't
Whoa.
follow her, you should follow her. Her impressions are immaculate. The Jim Carrey smile is very hard, and if I literally wasn't born with his mouth, I probably wouldn't be able to do it. You know? All I have to do is smile and then add a little pizzazz.
Yeah, I hate seeing
but there you go. Love your work.
Oh my gosh.
See if her ass looks the
Yeah,
same.
oh my gosh, that was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, I don't speak monkey. Banana.
A little series of unfortunate events reference.
Having to
that.
see that lady's face, that's an unfortunate event.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry, back to the Jesse Ventura. What do you know about him? He was the governor of...
Well, what was his show called? I did watch a bunch of episodes. I never really got to...
It was Pet Detective.
Yeah. I never got super into it, but...
Conspiracy Theory with Jesse Ventura.
Couldn't remember the name.
Creative. Couldn't have been like Exposing the Hidden Truth or Tartaria Mud Flood with Jesse Ventura. It was just Conspiracy Theory. Yeah.
I've always wondered how him and... Well, maybe more him than like Arnold Schwarzenegger, but just like how they were just famous and then ran and people were like, yeah, no, that's the guy.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's like a sensible guy, but he's like a libertarian. I'm pretty sure that's like his platform. So I already don't know how he jives with RFK, but
I thought and I could be wrong on this too. I thought he was like a liberal, but he like supported the Second Amendment. He was kind of just like RFK.
Isn't that basically a libertarian though?
Yeah, but he ran as a Democrat. Is the
when he was a governor, he was a Democrat.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So it makes sense for him to be his guy. But there's this. I have an incriminating video of him. Because have you seen him on Joe Rogan's podcast?
Mm-mm.
There's this clip here where they're talking about fanny packs, and it's so fucking gay. Because Jesse Ventura was like a macho wrestler. And it's just
I've been trying to bring back the fanny pack for years.
Joe Rogan's
nothing
homosexual.
But ridicule,
Yeah.
shame sent my way.
I find that strange because I'm a huge fan.
Yeah.
Well,
Pause
I carry my pack.
I just got to say, I really missed the old Joe Rogan setup. I forgot about the Jimi Hendrix and Elvis Presley or whatever the fuck's in the background. Is it Rosa Parks? I can't tell.
Let me
Sport in
go
it
back one.
range. Well,
Jimi Hendrix, Public Enemy #1 and Public Enemy #2. He probably knows 5 songs from each. Isn't that something? Those people who do this. Sorry, go ahead. They buy like this Elvis memorabilia. They know 5 songs, you know, and same thing with Jimi Hendrix. Those are bands where it's like you wear their shirts, but you can't even name a few songs, which I know I'm getting into music elitist territory, but we've got to set some boundaries here. You know, we can't just let it all fly off the radar.
In the same way that I love Led Zeppelin and you shit on it, and that's a popular band that people like, I'm all in with you on hating Jimi Hendrix.
That's good. I agree. What he played the guitar with his teeth. Oh, so he played it wrong.
He may have only had 5 songs.
That's true. Yeah, he died young.
But yeah, he definitely doesn't know any Elvis songs. He's just like Burnin' Love.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good one. And what's the other one? Love.
Like Jailhouse
Hunka Hunka
Love.
Burnin' Love. Is that a different one?
Jailhouse Love. He thinks these are like you said, Rosa Parks. As far as he's concerned, this is Bob Dylan to him, actually.
Oh, you can barely tell just because of the black and white. It could be Bob Dylan.
Yeah, we don't know. We can't use that technology.
With those gay lips.
Basically, this clip is just what Hendrix is. I'll just some B-roll here for you guys. He's like, Joe, I love the fanny pack, and we should
Fanny packs are nice, man.
Dude, I've been trying to bring back the fanny packs for years. They're handy, they're dandy, and they fit all my candy, Joe. I was a wrestler, and I pack a gun in my fanny pack. Imagine dying to a gun that was pulled in a fanny pack. I couldn't think of anything more embarrassing.
Look at he has antlers on the desk too. Sorry,
I know.
I just forgot about the red room. We're in the red room with the red curtain in the background and
Let's rock. Twin Peaks.
Yeah.
There for those who thought I had a stroke there.
Let's rock.
Let's rock. Yeah, there was so much more character going on here. Just all these different mics, all the equipment just strung out because Joe's just hanging out. Oh, he's doing monkey banana. Did you see that monkey banana look? Look, he'll do it.
I noticed too that in the last thumbnail or whatever for the Joe Rogan Cat Williams thing, you got the exact moment that I loved. I think.
Yeah.
Or he just made that face 50 times and it's a coincidence.
No, it was when Cat said, "It's what the Anunnaki," and he's like, "Oh,
the Anunnaki." But Joe, I'm just saying things are crazy out there. You didn't think we were bringing Cat, but I forgot to. It's more of an S thing in here, Joe, where he's totally gay.
Oh,
is this like an edit somebody
This is
made?
Smosh. Yeah,
Okay.
sorry, I was thrown off. They play a Smosh. So Smosh in parody mode aligns with Joe Rogan and Fanny Ventura. Just damn it, I forgot to pretend to read his name wrong. So this is your fanny pack defender here. That's the conspiracy theory that the U.S. wants to ban fanny packs by using the CIA to release propaganda that they're gay. Well, I'm here to say they're not. And I agree. Yeah, okay, imagine them switching off speeches. Now I'll let my vice president speak. Okay, now I'm...
Well, I mean, Ventura could be electric coming out there, and then everybody's, calmed down and ready. I guess I'm viewing him as like an opener. Like they're doing comedy sets. Like he's the opener for him every time.
Now, make some fucking noise
for my opener, Jesse Ventura.
RFK Jr., I'm Jesse Ventura.
I didn't know I was opening for you, Jesse.
Sorry. Weed's legal here, and I've tried pot, as you could tell by the way I introduced myself.
What else has he done? We should go to his Wikipedia just see that little sidebar because
he sued Chris Kyle or something at one point, the American Sniper, because Chris Kyle I don't know. We'll read about it here on Wikipedia.
Because the other thing I was wondering was if he's changed parties at all, and what main conspiracies does he believe? I feel like he's definitely 9/11 was an inside job guy.
And I've got a clip of Opie and Anthony. He almost gets in a fight with Jim Norton. We can play that at some point too.
Okay.
And it's over that. Let's see.
Okay, so political parties jumped all over. He was never a Democrat.
Okay, right here.
Yeah, he was never a Democrat.
Okay, that's good to know.
Oh, I'm looking at the sidebar. He's been an independent a bunch, and now he's been independent. He was green for a year. I don't know what years he was governor. This is all too much to take in, but
green means go.
Green independent reform. So I guess he's never been a libertarian either.
So we are establishing here that we knew nothing about Jesse Ventura. What was the Chris Kyle thing? He said something about the American Sniper lied about some of the stuff that he talked about, and they tried to sue him. Ventura sued Kyle for defamation in federal court, in a motion filed by the attorney. So maybe it's just by reporting about it in the book or something.
Oh my God, it was ongoing when he was killed.
Yeah. And that was the other thing. Everyone hated Jesse Ventura because I think he ended up winning. Yeah. Okay, the verdict in Jesse Ventura's favor, he was awarded $1.85 million. And that was after he died. So it's you're shitting on an American hero, which... I've heard, I haven't found video of this, but there's speculation people have talked about during the New Orleans, the hurricane in New Orleans or whatever, Hurricane Katrina, that Chris Kyle said he was sitting on rooftops sniping people who were trying to break into buildings and steal TVs, so shooting black people. And so he went on CNN and apparently talked about this. I don't know if any of this is true. I've heard about this on Lemon Party a year ago. So blame them. Go after Ben Avery and his child.
Yeah.
If you're going to get mad. Yeah. Only go after the kid because the kid brought it up. I'll show you that video of him getting mad at fucking piss drinker, tranny, thinker, Jim Norton. So like I said, this is about the war in Iraq, 9/11.
When was this?
This was in, I think, 2012 or something like that. Let me see if this is... Okay, Opie Radio uploaded this 14 years ago.
That makes sense because of the timeline of the other stuff. Okay.
Oh, 2009. One of the things that Jesse Ventura will use as an argument is he served in the war, so if he finds out that you haven't, then he'll immediately be like, so you want to weigh in on U.S. politics and you're not a veteran? So Jim will actually stand up for his piss-loving self here, and here we go.
That's not the truth.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's not the truth, dude.
I stand corrected.
Thank you.
You're a great American.
Well, I'm not saying I'm a great American, but I'm not a warmonger.
When your country calls, you're there.
Hey, I've never been in the military, so you're brave, I'm a coward, I have no right. We got it. Stop.
Did I say that?
Yes, you did, through implication. We all speak this. We have the commonality of language, so you can't say, did I say that, when you say something. To me. You did it to me. You said I don't believe in the Constitution.
Bye, guys.
Bye, Jess.
Governor.
Also, okay, the way his hat, he thought taking off the headphones was gonna be way cooler.
Nothing is ever that smooth. So that was just life, in action.
And it like covers the whole front of his face, like it's.
See you guys. Fucking literally playing peekaboo with them 2 seconds later.
Like a Jason Voorhees hockey mask.
I don't believe in the Constitution.
Bye, guys.
Bye, Jess.
Yeah, it's like when people are when people are showing you that they mean business, they turn their hat around, backwards. Yeah. He just pulls it over his face. Bye, guys. And then he covers his face. Bye, guys.
You'll see the way he goes to the desk and he's like, I'm gonna take the elevator, and he like tries to do that thing where he pretends to go down the stairs and stuff.
You always just sulk and walk away. Why?
No,
you put words in my mouth.
Hey, there's a fucking guy here telling me I got a schedule, asshole.
You're using dirty language, asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Dude, that's an alpha sip.
I know.
Bye, tough guy.
Bye, tough guy.
And thanks for your service to our country.
You're welcome. Thanks for touching me with your fucking stupid riff-raff fucking Rocky Horror hairdo. You're bigger than me and stronger than me, so what? I don't give a shit.
Dude, his hat is still like...
that means nothing to me. I know. I argued with you. You put words in my mouth, and you didn't like when I did it to you. You put words in my mouth saying I didn't believe in the Constitution, and that's bullshit. It's not true. I don't agree with abusing it.
Thank you for your service.
Oh, you're welcome. You're a bigger patriot than me. Godspeed. Fuck out of here.
Damn, there's a lot to process there.
I know.
I don't even know whose side I'm on there, because on the one hand, Jesse Ventura does the right thing by not arguing back, which is the mistake that people make.
Yeah.
But everything Jim said is probably true.
Yeah. And
if a military person ever did that to me, I would tell him to fuck off. Like,
right.
I don't care.
And I mean, Jim does kind of drop the ball with his, like, you see, I'll go back to it, the way he struggles and like looks at Anthony like riff raff freaking hairdo. He kind of fucks it up. He kind of hopes someone's gonna bail him out.
Thanks for touching me with your fucking stupid riff-raff fucking Rocky Horror hairdo.
And then even Anthony's like, yeah, dude, no, that was not. You fucking lost that. Yeah, I don't know. I think in this case I would slightly side with Jimmy, because at least he's not afraid to argue with this guy putting on the macho thing, because it's like this is like Jocko Willink too. You could shit talk Jocko and be like, "Go ahead, kick my ass, faggot, you midget." Like, and then Jocko would just stand there and look at you and with that stupid.
I'm an American hero.
Exactly. He'd do the same thing. Well, where's your service to the country? And I'd be like,
Did you goon?
Yeah. Did you goon today, soldier? No, I did not, soldier. I'm very sorry. Yeah, so that's candidate number 1 there, Jesse Ventura, and candidate number 2 is Aaron Rodgers, which. I meant to look into the gay allegations. Do you know anything about him being gay? You told me about this, I hope.
Yeah. Well, I don't remember all the details now. I guess for a long time when he was already a professional athlete in Green Bay playing for them, he was still living with like another guy for a long time. But here's the thing. He's only dated hot chicks. He dated Olivia Munn.
Okay.
He dated, what's her name? Shailene Woodley.
So that's a good track
He's
record.
dated some ugly ones probably, but the point is he's dated a lot of hot girls. So I don't know if it's all a cover, but I think the main thing is that he's never had a long-term relationship.
And I also think too, just thinking of him, like when I've seen him on Rogan, it's like his reaction to everything is to just like raise his eyebrows, and
I guess the way I would characterize him is he's just like one of these like hippie enlightened people. I mean, that's just the easiest way to put him in a box would be, which he wouldn't want you to do.
Right.
And he has to let you know all the time. Like I relate to him on a lot of levels. Maybe you even would too.
Yeah.
But he's just, I don't even remember what the question was.
Is he gay? The question was, is he gay?
I'm going to go probably not realistically, but for the sake of the show, sure. Yeah.
No, I agree. And you had mentioned that you think he'd be a better VP than Jesse Ventura, and I have to agree there.
I think he'd be a better pop.
Yeah. And what does the vice president even do, right?
Yeah.
Open for, and to me,
the opener for the president.
Well, they also have to be like a yes man. If Mr. Independent Green Party Ventura is under RFK and RFK wants the government to stay in power, Jesse Ventura would be like, that's not constitutional. I'm not going to draw my gun from my fanny pack for this one.
I don't think either of them give his campaign any more legitimacy. And I was thinking about it, and I don't really know who he would pick for VP to give his campaign any more like legitimacy. Because right now he's polling at like 15%, I think. So he's like making a dent in some of the three-way polling.
What if he picked Obama? An oldie but a goodie. Let me think right off the top of the dome here while I'm getting dome in the Iron Dome, Israel, Palestine. Just kidding. That happened too long ago to talk about, but it's still going on. Woody Allen?
Yeah, Woody Allen.
Fighting against cancel culture. Roman Polanski. He pardons Roman Polanski day one.
Because I think if you pick Jesse Ventura, it's just like he looks like a crazy person. So anybody who doesn't know him, but maybe maybe that's how they steal Minnesota.
No, yeah. No, that's true.
You should pick Gary Johnson, a true libertarian.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, what was he? We talked about him. I think on the show.
Literally like three episodes ago.
What did he want to abolish? The age of consent or something? There we
probably. If you're only true libertarians, only a true Scotsman would.
Other runner-uppers.
No, there's nobody. I don't know. I don't even know who's like an independent name out there. I mean,
yeah, not even in like I'm trying to think of like Democrats. Like Tulsi Gabbard is like a Democrat who is kind of like a Republican. I don't think she would help the campaign, but just people in that realm, would be most likely. But who's like the Republican version of that? I don't. That is me, Vivek Ramaswamy. Vivek call your mommy.
That's what I want to see is more Vivek.
Yeah. He did some interview on someone's podcast and he was like barefoot like the whole time. He was wearing his suit, but he was just barefoot.
We'll be monitoring it closely. We'll see who he picks. My prediction is he picks neither of them. But if he does, it's Jesse Ventura. Aaron Rodgers just wants his name out there. This is another thing too, is Aaron Rodgers is one of these guys who's like, they won't stop talking about me. He like goes on ESPN and he complains that people are talking about him
but he loves it.
He loves it. He loves it.
He loves it. He's got a little smirk on his face. And
that's why I'm picking Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers. Ben Shapiro is under hot fire in hot water.
What does Jude do now?
This is what he has to say about retirement. Here we go, Ben.
It's totally crazy. Joe Biden, if that were the case, Joe Biden should not be running for president. Hey, Joe Biden is 81 years old. The retirement age in the United States at which you start to receive Social Security and you are eligible for Medicare is 65. Joe Biden has technically been eligible for Social Security and Medicare for 16 years, and he wants to continue in office until he is 86, which is 19 years past when he would be eligible for retirement. No one in the United States should be retiring at 65 years old. Frankly, I think retirement itself is a stupid idea unless you have some sort of health problem. Everybody that I know who is elderly, who has retired, is dead within 5 years.
That's the...
So, yeah, I mean, that's kind of the
That's fucking stupid. I guarantee you that his parents are retired in Florida.
Right.
Your parents are probably like, and he's only like in his, late 30s, maybe probably 40 now. So his parents are retired and they're not 65. And I don't know if that's true, but you have to take my word for it.
Yeah. Well, and also it's weird because the beginning of the clip, he's like shitting on Joe Biden for wanting to still be president. Then the next thing he's saying is he shouldn't retire, which makes no fucking sense.
Doesn't that contradict everything conservatives have been saying this whole time is that Joe Biden's too old? So now it's okay that Joe Biden's that old. You should all also have to work that old.
Exactly.
And the only reason people live this long now is because modern medicine stuff. So now we should be punished for having better standards of living.
And people have been sending him pictures of the Auschwitz camp. They're like, work until you're dead. Okay, Ben, you start,
and it's definitely not true that people
die
within 5 years of retiring.
Yeah. There's definitely something where they don't know what to do with their life, but it's that doesn't mean they should just be working until they die.
Well, and also isn't that a whole thing? Social Security is a huge problem. There's not going to be any money left in Social Security, or it's running out.
That's
because there's
say.
1 million old people that are retired. So it already doesn't make sense.
So maybe that's part of the propaganda is this anti-retirement propaganda to kind of lessen the blow of people retiring. But it's also funny to me, almost every political argument, conservatives start ahead of the game because what do liberals want? They want 3-day work weeks and they want to be paid double and all this la la la. You know that Alex Jones, the liberal song, was la la la, fentanyl deaths, da da da. But Republicans, they go, okay, so this is who I'm up against: 3-day work days, double the wages. Instead of explaining why it wouldn't work, just logically, they go, actually, you shouldn't even be allowed to retire. And it's like, how do you fucking lose an argument that you're already so far ahead? Like, they never cease to amaze me with the way that they just suck at arguing. And I don't know.
Well, it's, oh man, I don't want to do that. Well, it's both sides, man.
Yeah,
it's both sides. But really, it's just like the most retarded overcorrecting ever.
Mm-hmm.
Where it's like, all you have to do is say like, well, what you just said really, which is just to make arguments for it. Instead, it's like, they have to show why hard work is important.
Yeah,
or something instead of just saying it's like impractical that we work 3 days a week.
Yeah. But whatever. We're in stupid ass baby land. I don't know.
What else does he say? Does he keep going?
Yeah, we can.
And they lose their purpose in life by losing their job. Purpose in life by losing their job, and they stop working. Things go to hell in a handbasket real quick. But
yeah, let them be
put all of
slaves.
that aside. Just on a fiscal level and on a logical level. When Franklin Delano Roosevelt established 65 as the retirement age, the average life expectancy in the United States was 63 years old. Today, the average life expectancy in the United States is close to 80. It's totally insane that you believe that you should be able to work from the time that you are essentially 20 to the time that you are 65, which is a 45-year period, pay in, and then you will receive Social Security benefits sufficient to support you.
Shouldn't you,
and your
by the
family,
way, shouldn't he
you and your
be
wife
against Social
for like
Security?
another-
God damn it, sorry.
Like,
Yeah.
Mr. Principled over here, Mr. Principal, his whole thing should just be anti-social Social Security.
Mhm.
So he shouldn't even be pushing any of this shit. He should just be making an argument against Social Security. I mean, that's normally what he does, is he just has to make his, libertarian points. This is a libertarian episode.
Yeah. This is the critique of Do Tread on Them. That's what the title of the episode is. What was I going to say about this?
And we got
gay
3
shit?
episode titles now.
Yeah, we're going to break this up into 10-minute parts, which is the way I watched Ace Ventura for the first time on YouTube. It was broken up into 10-minute segments, as many movies used to be. Anyway, Ben Shapiro, I feel like the life expectancy in the U.S. still fluctuates. Like, now it's going down. So it's like, what, now you pass a bill that says you get retirement when you're 80, but then what happens when it drops to 70? Then it's stupid. 65 is a great year because then it at least enforces this idea for half of your life you won't be working, which is good,
Maybe in half of your life you won't be working.
He said, say you enter the workforce when you're 20. So that's 20 years where you're, not working. Then if you're 65 and you live to be 85, that's about half your life where you're not.
Sure. Okay, yeah.
So, I mean, that's kind of like a good thing. And in Europe, they get like 3 months off. They get like our school level of summer vacation.
Yeah, and I'm totally with the Democrats on this. I want the
Yeah.
3-day work weeks. I want the 2-day work week. I want the no-day work week.
Right. No, and I agree too. I mean, work sucks. That's the other thing that like Republicans can never concede to. Like, and they love to share videos like TikToks where it's like a girl who just graduated college is complaining about working, and they're like, this entitled brat just can't pull herself up by the bootstraps. And it's like, no, working is hell and it sucks dick. That's why we're trying to do like a podcast so we don't have to work. We're doing more work so we don't have to work.
It's true. The other thing too, the conservatives will do, and I know you remember this because Nelson, do you remember when what was his name? Oh, Yang. Yang was running for president.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Andrew Yang.
And he was like worried about like automation.
Uh-huh.
And Nelson was always like, well, I just don't see because, once those jobs are automated, there's new jobs that are created. And It's like they just think there's like this perfect trade-off of things. It doesn't make any sense at all.
No, that's like a logical, retarded argument to make because it's like, what? So you repair the machines? Like a guy with a high school degree can't just figure out how to repair these machines. That requires more schooling and more regulation.
And it doesn't replace. It's not an even trade-off.
Right.
It's not like now that there's a machine to do your job, you become the repairman for the machine. That's one guy that has to come in and fix 20 machines that 20 people were working on. So It's not like some even trade-off. And then that's why I liked Yang, because he was going to give the UBI or whatever, the monthly fucking stipend.
$1,000 a month.
Because it's like, dude, if things are getting automated, then that means work is being done, and that means money or whatever is being created. Wealth is being created. So then that wealth should theoretically mean I have to work less.
Yeah.
But it doesn't ever mean that. It just means that there's some new bullshit job that pays less. It's all messed up.
No, it is.
And they don't seem to really want any solutions. They just want to tell you that work hard until you're 80.
And then you get your little happy check and you can retire and all this stuff and be the slave for the rest of your life. So, but we like it if you use your slave dollars to donate to our Patreon. Once we have a Patreon, we will
in the meantime,
reward
make
you.
3 accounts and just subscribe on all of them.
So that is your due diligence, doing your due diligence. Our friends, best friends today, friends of the show, BFT, they are going under, right? Because of Rooster Teeth.
So I don't know. I couldn't tell you one thing Rooster Teeth ever made. Like, what content did Rooster Teeth make? They made some animated stuff, but it wasn't stuff that I would ever watch.
They did a lot of gaming stuff, but they also, what they would do is like, they were like a network. So they would partner YouTube creators. Back then, the way they made money is that they would go under like a company that would push ads onto their videos. Then they would take a percentage of it because they got all the ads on their videos, and then they would get some money. But it was like a way to accelerate making money on YouTube. So that's what Rooster Teeth did, I think.
Okay. So best friends today, got our 3 friends. Yeah. I like their stuff. I would say it's like hit or miss though, but Rooster Teeth went broke, I guess. And in one of their videos, they said that they were like partially responsible, and it's believable because they had like multiple set designs.
This is this is not sorry. I was like, oh, they went global.
Sorry, I'm not going through this very well. Anyway, Rooster Teeth goes under. They've been propping up our friend's best friend today. I think they're funny people. What else is there to say about this?
I watched their Danny Brown video, and they do this segment where they give him like fake lyrics, and he has to figure out like which of them are real, and that is really funny. That's my favorite thing I've seen from them. Yeah, see, like that's why I say they're hit or miss. That was a great segment, but watching them play Bananagrams for 5 minutes or whatever, not the funnest, not the best.
But apparently they had like an infinite budget at one point because they were just buying stuff. There's one episode where it's just the 2 guys on the episode, and they just like clearly spent like hundreds of dollars at like a Walmart or something. So they had some budget, and they're being propped up by Rooster Teeth.
So then the theory is that they spent all the reserved money that Rooster Teeth had.
So I'm choosing to buy that theory. Not that it's probably just some crappy like digital platform that doesn't actually make money.
And I'm choosing to remain a little skeptical on this theory, because this is a video that's online. And as we know, sometimes not everything you see on the internet is accurate.
That's true.
That's why I'm remaining a little skeptical here. This isn't the first time they've done one of these car videos where they have tricked us, the audience, which, as you know, as an audience member, I feel a little cheated out of when they do that. But I can take a joke, so... but anyways, remaining skeptical.
Well, no, you are right, though, that they did do this already. They did a We Went Bankrupt video, but they seem pretty serious, so I don't know. Yeah. And it was reported by like Vogue that Rooster Teeth was going under. I saw that before I even saw their post. So I don't know.
Would Vogue
support them. If you support us, support them. Why not? They have 70,000 subscribers. They don't need the help, but they might need the help because they will put their company
It could
under.
Put them on the map, get them to do their own company. Oh shit, we've got the freaking Oscars. We haven't even talked about the Oscars yet.
It's the Oscars special, the Goontopia Oscars special. Who did Oscar choose to win? That was one of the best Greg Turkington jokes from the On Cinema special.
Yeah, we're big On Cinema fans. Obviously, I just tried to talk like Greg in that last segment. That was my attempt at a Greg weighing in on a YouTube video. What was I going to say? Oh, my coverage for the Oscars. There's a tweet from Elon because, okay, Steven's been banned from Twitter.
I was removed.
For what?
It said I was like impersonating. So I've got a few theories. One, I had a Tom Myers Photoshop sort of thing in my profile picture. So I don't know if somebody was, he's impersonating Tom. Or I said in the bio, I put ABC Family Show. But ABC Family doesn't even exist anymore. It's like Freeform now.
Right.
So it's obviously a joke. So I don't know. Or they just don't believe that I'm part of Goontopia, which I had linked in my bio. So I don't know.
Damn. No, that sucks. So Steven's missed out on a lot. So Elon Musk tweeted about the Oscars, but I'll show you. This is another picture that Elon Musk has been seen. There was a watch party for the show Fallout. So there's the guy who created Fallout. And then here's Elon Musk wearing this fucking Abbey Road astronaut Walmart t-shirt. I mean, I don't know if I like what he's done with Twitter because now you're not on Twitter.
Yeah.
So I can't even fully defend him in Twitter. This is the gayest thing I've ever fucking seen in my life. He's such a faggot. I can't stand him. And anyway, sorry. So
well, that reminds me of like the theory though that he just like isn't actually a genius or anything. That he's just sort of like the figurehead to be like this meme sort of person.
Yeah, yeah.
Because like, what is that shirt? I mean, you can't possibly. But I guess that was the whole thing. That's how he fell in love with Grimes because she did a chemistry pun or some bullshit on Twitter.
Yeah, yeah. So and then they named their kid like.
Yep.
So here's what he had to say about the Oscars. By the way, he says. winning an Oscar now just means you won the woke contest. And so this is a quoted tweet, and up above is yours truly, Tim Heidecker, as if it's because that's literally something that he would say, you know, on cinema, on cinema. And obviously, as you know, what cleaned up at the Oscars? Oppenheimer, the least woke movie. So he comes in and corrects it, and he says, "Guess I was wrong." So yeah, he messed up there. So it wasn't the woke contest. But you watched the On Cinema at the cinema coverage. So tell me about that. How was that?
Okay, for anybody who doesn't know, Tim Heidecker has a show on cinema, at the cinema, on location. I don't know. I get confused because they do a lot of different segments. And it's not really coverage of the Oscars, although they mention winners throughout it. But I took a few notes of it. It was a MotoCon 2K24. I don't know if you're familiar with all of the lore. I've had to learn a lot over the last.
No, I'm not. I don't know what a MotoCon is.
So that's his new name because his stepdad is the old guy on there, not the old judge guy. I'm just going to explain the world of On Cinema to you now. The old guy on there that sits next to him is his stepdad, G. Amato. G. Amato.
Okay.
And Tim is T. Amato. So that's his stepdad.
Gotcha.
He gets adopted at some point. I haven't watched every season of the show. I don't know what I'm missing. So it was the big AmatoCon thing. Greg stole the show. Greg was there doing his movie coverage. He wore a Turner and Hooch jacket at one point, a Harry Potter, what was it, Order of the Phoenix hat?
Yeah.
He goes to a Dollar Tree at one point on location where Humphrey Bogart was or whatever. So he's very excited about being, you know, somewhere where Humphrey Bogart, which I don't know if that's even true. I don't know what to believe. There's one point when he goes to like the Harry Potter thing at, what's it called? Universal?
Yeah, Universal.
Oh, and there's some other movie that was shot there called Pa and Ma Kettle. And he's like, you know, this is Universal's second biggest franchise besides Harry Potter.
Yeah.
So then he brings some memorabilia from Ma and Pa Kettle or something, and
that's
then
so funny.
Puts it there. So he does some on location stuff that's pretty funny. Then the other big storyline that wrapped up was the Dakar showdown. So you know what Dakar is? Okay, that's the band. Dakar is the band. So in past seasons they had a breakup. So they do a showdown for the band. Name Dakar. Because now Tim is Tim and the Empty Bottle Players.
Gotcha.
And the new band, they can't be called Dakar, or Tim's not calling them that. So they're just the Bottle Players. And the band Sweet was there judging. I don't know if you know the band Sweet. They were like a 3-1 hit wonder kind of thing.
Okay.
Like 3 hits, kind of, and they're gone. Okay. Great transitions throughout the program. We had trivia. There's one point when Greg dresses up as Dumbledore and he does Dumbledore predictions. So he predicts that there will be an Oppenheimer 2, that with the power of AI, now characters will be able to play other characters in movies. So maybe they'll try James Bond playing Jack Sparrow.
Okay.
I'm just stealing his jokes now. So you're laughing at Greg. Big Bird shows up, which was crazy. And then the whole time Tim is being teased with the Dodge Charger. And then at the end, his dad tells him he can't have it. So he tries to steal it. And that leads to him and his brother, the bald guy, fighting.
Oh, they're brothers.
Well, it's a stepbrother.
Yeah. In the okay.
And then the other best part of it was they did a De Niro career in movies where they just showed like highlights of De Niro, like terrible De Niro movies.
Yeah.
So I don't know. There's a lot to unpack, and the problem is I'm not, but I do feel like I might pay for the full service of it. It's like $50.
Yeah,
so
a year.
Yeah,
right?
but I might be able to dive into everything then. So.
Yeah.
I loved it. I can only recommend On Cinema and BFT and not Elon's Twitter.
Right. Any show that has lore, we're a fan of. It seems like where there's layers to it. No, Greg Turkington is like my favorite person. He's quickly become one of my favorites. You can just look at their Instagram account, and anytime Greg talks, you just watch it. I've sent those videos to people, friends I hadn't even spoken to in years, but I send it to them and I go, I think you'd like this. And what was his review? He reviewed the movie Dune 2. And his review of it was that Dune 2 was a sequel to the 1984 movie. So it was kind of weird how they're doing it out of order. But in about 4 years, they're going to do a sequel to the 2021 Dune. And he's looking forward to that.
Which I'm going to give him credit. That's a great fleshed out bit. But did I not say that 24 hours before we saw that? Where I was literally like, I expected to see Kyle MacLachlan. Which I didn't make that joke first. That's like Reddit level humor. But I love Greg. I'm trying to think of other ones I've seen. Have you seen the Smurfs one?
Yeah. Hang on. No, it's on the tip of my tongue because I've been going through them. I've watched like 50 of them so far. There's like 148 on YouTube. I don't remember.
The Bob Marley one was funny. Barb Marley.
That's the other thing. Tim, when he reads like the cards, like he always messes up the people's names, and like he'll sometimes mess up the name of the movie. And one time he pronounced Paul Giamatti as like Paul Geometry. And like anytime Joaquin Phoenix is in a movie too, he's like joking finesse or like something. You know, the butchering of the names is so good. He's so good at it. It's crazy. Yeah, I'm trying to think of anything else.
Well, and so I don't know if you realize this, the trial is tied into the On Cinema universe. And maybe it's all tied in together and I just don't realize it, but
what's the trial?
Well, the trial is over him having a music festival for the band Akira, and then he has like those vapes or whatever. That what did you send the clip earlier of Dr. San?
Yeah. The holistics doctor.
Yeah, he's the guy that makes the vapes, vape juice.
Yeah, there's an ongoing joke. I think it started in season 1 where Tim was saying he had like a brain aneurysm and Greg would call it a tumor. And that was that exchange only existed so Tim could do an impression of Arnold Schwarzenegger in the movie Kindergarten Cop and be like, it's not a tumor. So like, it's not a tumor. It's not a tumor. See, Kindergarten Cop. And so, but that random joke over the course of the series has like devolved into like him trying to get into like holistic medicine to try to cure his like brain aneurysm and stuff, and Greg arguing with him about like, well, I think you should really just go see a doctor. And at one point he has the doctor on his show, the holistics doctor, giving him acupuncture, and Greg gets super mad because Greg only wants to review the movies. Anytime it derails from movie reviews, he gets really mad. And so he just kept shitting on the doctor, and he was like, for the movie, for the episode where they had the doctor on, he gave the movie like 5 bags of popcorns and 2 certificates from like the American Medical Society, like denouncing the doctor or something like that. And I don't know. Greg Turkington though is just he's the best character. He's like Nardwuar kind of, but way funnier.
Yeah, no, that's a good comparison. That's a good comp. I was gonna say too, another funny segment that happened was there's like I think the bald guy, the gist that I've got of it is that he doesn't ever know the movies that well. And he also has like his own rating system. But they do it's all 3 of them on stage, and then Greg hadn't seen the movies, and this was like the only time he would have been off guard because he was setting up for By the way, they also do a thing where they show the setup, and it's just like 6 rows of chairs.
Yeah.
So it's like a sped up setup process. And it's just like 6 rows of chairs being lined up.
So it's just like super quick of them putting it, that's funny.
Yeah, but so Greg was off his game because he hadn't seen the new movie Super Snack or whatever the fuck it was. I don't think they were real movies even, but they could have been. I don't know.
But anyway, sorry, to go back. So I ended up watching the real Oscars because I thought they were going to show the real Oscars or something. But then I was like, well, there's no way they'd charge for that and show copyrighted material. That's illegal. The real Oscars, the only thing that was really controversial was the Best Actress award. Everyone thought the woman in Killers of the Flower Moon was going to win it, and instead Emma Stone won it for the movie Poor Things. But I watched both of those movies, and Lily Gladstone, that's the actress, the movie's 3.5 hours long, and she's poisoned for like 2.5 hours of the movie. So most of her acting, she's just like laying in bed and just looking off into the distance. And like Native Americans, I had no idea. Okay. Native American.
Oh, because Gladstone, it always has to be like,
happy foot tree. Yeah. But they're like, oh, Lily, how are you feeling? You're really sick. And she's like, once you go, what is it?
Chief Bigfoot says.
Yeah. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear.
Objects in
We found, we forgot to mention this. One of these bits we found is that you can just read like rules on like a rule board in an Indian voice, and they sound
no skateboarding.
Yeah. Caution, floor slippery when wet. It just sounds prophetic. What are some other cautionary tales?
Yield.
Yeah, yield. Yeah. Look at this peaceful Native American protester. Yield. No diving in the 3-foot area.
I love my ool. Notice there's. Oh, I'm not reading it as an Indian though. I love the ool. Notice there's no pee in it. Let's keep it that way.
No running. But anyway, that was her in the movie. She wasn't bad in the movie, but it wasn't impressive. Emma Stone in the movie Poor Things, the movie is about her being a pregnant woman. She like tries to kill herself, and so she's dead, but the baby's still alive. So a mad scientist takes the baby's brain out and puts it in her body, and so she has to go from like being in an infant state to being a full-fledged adult. So she's like retarded for like the first 15 minutes, and then she like ages. And when I walked out of that movie, I told my wife, I was like, she better win an Oscar for that, because that's like such a great performance. And
you made it happen.
I made it happen. So That's to squash that beef there that Lily Gladstone was robbed of her Oscar that she did not deserve. So I'm trying to think if anything else happened. Oh my gosh. Did you hear, dude, fucking Jimmy Kimmel? He did this joke. He comes out on stage.
Oh, is he hosting?
Yeah.
I didn't watch any of it.
Always hosting. He goes out on stage and he's like, here's one of the reviews for this. And he reads like a Trump post on Truth Social, which was like, I don't know, just that Jimmy Kimmel sucks. And Jimmy Kimmel's joke was, oh, wow, I didn't know you were allowed to tweet past your jail time instead of bedtime. Or like, he goes, isn't it past your jail time? It's something like that. It was fucking awful.
They got him because he should be in jail.
Right.
Damn.
But yeah, that was the Oscars, so... Sorry, I was rambling there, but...
No, I'm just trying to think of anything else about it. Was there Best Dressed? I mean, I really didn't watch any of it.
I don't know.
I mean, because if you watched the Amato Con, you were not watching the Oscars.
Right.
That was for sure.
Something
Much to
else.
Greg's chagrin.
Does Greg still like code his VHS tapes? Does he have that coding system on
Oh,
the
yeah, that was
bottom?
the other thing, too, is now he's coming up with a
Like for
proprietary, the
sequels?
PRSQ system or something.
Yeah,
I don't know what
yeah.
the Q was, but he did have a Q in there.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, now it's like if the movie's, a remake of Psycho, it's Psycho 1R.
Yeah.
And so he has this like coded system that he's coming up with.
No, it's awesome.
But if it's a sequel to the remake, it's Psycho 2SR.
Yeah. Man, long live Greg Turkington.
So we've gooned.
Yeah.
We've had fun and we've learned a lot. And you come here to, catch up on the news and pop culture and everything. And I think we do a good job of laying that out. So subscribe, do the 3 things where you make 3 accounts, that thing I told you about. And 1, 2, 3, subscribe on all of them. Please.
1 for you and 1 for me. And 1 for Steven.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll catch you on the next episode.
Get ya on the flippity flip.
Goodbye.